This is the exact spark this Miami Heat organization absolutely needed during the offseason. I'm here to break down how Coach Spo's challenge to the youngster in Kel'el Ware has absolutely worked to perfection. We'll break down his most recent performances and how it has Miami Heat Nation fired up for what we will see this up-and-coming season from Kel'el Ware. We'll break down all of that on this episode of Heat Digest. But first, remember, scroll down, click that subscribe button if you're a part of the near 90% watching this video, not currently subscribed to the channel. We do appreciate all of the love and support, so thank you guys so very much for everything. But now let's get to it and break down exactly what we needed to see from Kel'el Ware. Now, we discussed this in the last week or so on this channel and how Coach Spoelstra called out Kel'el Ware for the lack thereof of what he was performing and how he was performing and how he carried himself as a professional athlete. But over the last 2-3 Summer League games, we have seen Kel'el Ware answer the call. And now in his most recent performance, he played in 33 minutes. He provided 21 points, 15 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block, and a positive plus-minus. Granted, it was only +1. But for the shooting percentages, again, another very effective and efficient night for Kel'el Ware in a dominant effort. Going 8 of 15 from the field, which is 53.3%, including knocking down all 3 of his 3-point shots and making 2 of his 4 free throws, while only turning the ball over 1 time. Now, Kel'el Ware, this is the 3rd consecutive game in which we saw him answer the call. We saw him accept the challenge from Coach Spo, as well as the rest of this Miami Heat organization, in hopes that we all see a massive step forward from this youngster, as we know if he does make this big step and he does progress going into this NBA season, this could really unlock the rest of this Miami Heat organization with the talent currently constructed. If Kel'el Ware can start playing like this in NBA games against other NBA level talent, and he can free up players like Bam Adebayo and Andrew Wiggins and Tyler Hero and even now Norman Powell, this could fully transform this Miami Heat team. Not only are you taking pressure to score the ball offensively from Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero and the other guys we named, but also defensively, and also just the idea that the game just gets easier. Not everyone is hoping that they have to be the guy to knock down the shot when they have another reliable option like Kel'el Ware that is as well versed as he is, that can knock down the 3-point shot, who can score in the paint with anybody because of his size and his stature and his overall length in the painted area. This kid is going to transform this Miami Heat organization, and it all took a little call out from Coach Erik Spoelstra. And this is something we broke down in full depth when it happened, because we didn't know if the relationship and the situation between these two parties was fully burnt to the ground, and we didn't know if it was going to be recoverable or if Kel'el Ware was just going to sulk and not accept the challenge. We have updates. It seems like he was more than willing to accept that challenge, like we broke down in that quote when in the second game following his challenge from head coach Erik Spoelstra. He was asked about it, and he said he took it as motivation. He went on to discuss how this organization is really just great for him and how it's going to propel him to the next level, as that Heat culture is going to be a substantial factor, not that Kel'el Ware is not going to be able to just avoid and just get by doing his own thing. You have to adapt. You have to be your own player, and you have to be a professional athlete in doing so. And that's what Coach Erik Spoelstra wanted to see with the rest of this Miami Heat organization. And through the last 2 to 3 Summer League games, that is exactly what we are witnessing from the youngster in Kel'el Ware. Now, the Miami Heat are currently in a game against the Detroit Pistons and a Summer League game, but Kel'el Ware is not currently active, and no, it is not because of any reason in particular outside of the fact that he is, one, a returning player. He is not an incoming freshman, if you will, a rookie for the NBA, so he does not have to play the entirety of the Summer League. There's a certain amount of games, there's a certain amount of reps organizations want to see from their young players, and once they surpass that, they basically have a green check mark, and they don't have to participate, and they just won't even be asked to participate in these games going forward, and that is what we see from Kel'el Ware. I will say, when the news first broke that he was not in the starting lineup, I got a bit nervous. And the reason I say that is because I didn't know if there was a falling out. I didn't know if there was a dispute between Ware and Spo, or Pat Riley even, or any of the Arison guys. anyone in the front office, I did not know if that was what was happening, if that was something that took place. But Ira Winderman went on to tweet the starting lineup and then subtweeted it immediately saying Ware left Vegas after putting in his required time, as is typical with returning players from previous seasons. Nothing to read into here. The initial quote was the idea that Ware left Vegas after putting in the required time, and that was it. And I immediately thought, wow, this guy was challenged after laying a bit of a dud in his first 1 or 2 games in the Summer League, was challenged. He came out there and performed extremely well, like we broke down earlier in his most recent performance with 21 and 15, while also being good on the defensive end. And then he just said, I got my reps in. I'm out of here. That's not what happened. He was told he does not have to play in this game. He's not going to play in this game, and because of that, he then departed from Vegas because it's not expected for him to play in any more of these Summer League games for this Miami Heat organization, as he has already surpassed the amount of reps the Heat organization was actually looking to see from him in the Summer League, which is good. It's all good. There's no disputes. There's no burning bridges. The relationship is intact from the outside looking in, from what we know and the information we have gathered and reported on this channel. So overall, really, really good update for Kel'el Ware. And I feel like this is the second or third one I'm bringing you guys in the last 10 days, which is exactly what this Miami Heat organization and the Heat Nation fan base absolutely needed. With the roster as currently constructed, and with Kel'el Ware being who he is and what we saw from him last season, the 9.5, 10 points a game with 7.5 rebounds, and being reliable on the defensive end, not someone that was fully responsible on the defensive end, but again, was respectable and someone we could put a little bit of faith in big moments, is now looking to take that next big step. And I really and truly think playing alongside these guys for another year, now that he's already a professional athlete and he's done the NBA and played basketball on a professional level for a whole year up to this point, I think he's going to be more acclimated. I think he's going to be more stress-free when he plays the game of basketball. And now, again, like I mentioned earlier, Tyler Hero, Wiggins, Powell, Bam Adebayo, the other 4 guys in the starting lineup in particular are going to have such a good time playing with him. Not only because of the defense and really the slack he picks up for bad guards on the wings, or really just bad defense on the perimeter, because the second someone drives, they meet not only Bam Adebayo, but a twin tower situation with Kel'el Ware standing next to him, because we know what a just dominant force he's going to be defensively around the painted area, or in the painted area around the rim. But now on the offensive end of the floor, if Kel'el Ware is a 14 to 18 point per game scorer, think about the pressure that comes off of everyone's back, specifically the starters, but really the team as a whole, because Kel'el Ware is going to be the starting center for this Miami Heat team. If Bam Adebayo doesn't have to go out there and feel like he has to touch the basketball every single time down the floor, with the entire Heat Nation hoping he is a 25 to 30 point per game scorer like a lot of the Heat Nation was hoping for last season, I think it can unlock Bam. I think it can unlock Bam because a lot of pressure is going to be spread out amongst this floor. They're going to have to respect Kel'el Ware, whether he's outside the three-point line or in. And then again, you have Bam as another roaming 4 who's not only going to have some slack picked up on the defensive end again, but obviously offensively as well. Now having that guy next to him, as well as having Norman Powell and Wiggins, 2 reliable offensive threats, with obviously Tyler Hero, who has done a very good job to really convert to a pass-first point guard in the last year. I absolutely love this from the Miami Heat, and I think it's going to really transform them going forward. Now, the last thing we're going to highlight, I have to mention it because I did bring it into this video and I thought it would be substantial, is comments and quotes from the legend in Dwayne Wade. I will say, and this was pointed out all over social media and Twitter, I believe from Heat Culture or Heat Nation. Well, this tweet's from Heat Culture, but again, the tweet I'm now referencing that I don't have in front of me is the idea that Wade is giving all of this input is still not a part of the front office or any form of the organization for this Miami Heat team, and it's driving me crazy because everyone respects the Flash. Everyone respects him. Everyone adores him. Everyone loves him because he is Dwayne Wade. The history he has in Miami will never be written over. It will never be erased. It'll never be forgotten. If he decides at any point to enter the front office of this Miami Heat organization, I can confidently tell you as a part of this fan base, not even as someone who covers this team, he will be met with open arms and the door will be open and unlocked waiting for his presence because everyone loves him. But again, Dwayne Wade's response on Coach Spo calling out Kel'el Ware. Quote, he coached Hall of Famers. Spo's been on championships. He's been in the foxhole. If you want to listen to anybody, you listen to Spo. If young fella wants to be great, buy into what they're selling. And that is a quote from Dwayne Wade about the call out from Coach Erik Spoelstra to this rookie in Kel'el Ware, this youngster in Kel'el Ware. And I agree 100%. Buy in. He's not lying to you to make your life miserable. He's telling you the blunt, brutally honest truth to unlock all of your abilities and make you the best basketball player available. With all the potential you have and all the abilities you have, please accept the challenge like we've seen up to this point. And don't diminish. Don't let it go. Don't slow down. Keep going. You will only get better, and this team will fully transform, and maybe even you will become the star of this team. Let me know down below what your overall thoughts and opinions are on this revamped Kel'el Ware and if it will change this Miami Heat organization going forward. And I will see you guys on the next episode of Heat Digest.